Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. So I've got another Junk Journal with Me episode in my vintage junk journal, and this page I really wanted to use those two cards that you saw me put up before, one with a dog, one with a cat. They were some vintage finds, some of my first vintage finds actually, back when I first found out about junk journals, and I went to a vintage shop and found those two cards, and I've been saving them since 2017 to use in a special project. And I thought this would be perfect to document the dog that I used to have and the cat that I now have. So these are the two pets that, out of all the family pets we've had, these were the ones that I owned myself, and these were the ones that have a very special place in my heart and mean the most to me. So obviously I wanted to do a page with my dog, with that dog card, and with my cat, with the cat card. I printed out 2 photos. Actually printed out 4 photos because I thought I'd fit more photos on the page, but when I went to lay it out, it was just too many photos. So I just chose 2 of the best ones of me with my cat and dog, and that kind of pairs with, it's a close-up shot of our faces together, and my pet's face is kind of covering half of my face in both images. So I like the symmetry there. And then I was just working around with placement. I wanted to cover up the background a little bit. The background was a bit boring and plain, so I used these vintage linens from Johanna Clough, and they just really set the page off and made it pretty, much prettier. I like how it picks up the colours in the cards too, the vintage cards with the flowers, since those vintage cards are actually quite bright and colourful, so it just kind of brought everything together. So it's a very bright, colourful vintage page, this one. But I love how it all worked together. And then I was just working out where to place them. Emma and Carol, have to give a shout out to those two. They helped me work out where to place the images during a live, and we've worked out that this was better in terms of having the most doilies show up with the pattern, and being able to have the vintage cards in the opposite corners and then the photos in the opposite corners. I just printed out the photos on plain normal copy paper, 80 GSM, and I'm using craft glue to stick them all down. And then, just placing these last 2 elements onto the page. And I absolutely love this page. It's very simple. I didn't do a lot of collaging or layering, because I think the doilies, they just kind of stand out on their own and they're so pretty. And I just wanted to highlight kind of those 3 elements on each page equally, because all of them are have their own little story. I don't know, the vintage cards, the photos, and then the linens, they each want to be the star of these pages. But I did get my stamp and used it to date the day that I did this, which is, what's today, the 7th of July. And I had the thing upside down, and I was struggling to get the right date for a while, and I just skipped ahead when I finally got the right date. I kind of struggle managing to get the whole thing stamped evenly, but that's okay. I can just use my micron, because it's got a really thin tip. It's a 0.1 or 0.01 is the size, so I can just go in and add that there. And then I just grabbed some washi tape, and this is the last thing I add to the page. It kind of just adds a subtle effect, and you know how you can use washi tape to make it look like you stuck the picture to the page? I like that look. So I wanted to do that for this page, and I used the green and the pink or the purple flowers to go with the theme on this page. The doilies have, flowers and some leaves. And also this picture with my cat, there's some leaves behind us, so it ties in with the greenery. And it's just very subtle because it's quite transparent, this particular washi. And I'm just placing it around the corners or the edges of the photos, just to add a little bit of extra something. And then after this, I just go in with my Micron pen and do my journaling, which is not much. So for this one, I loved being able to use the blank spaces inside the doilies to do my writing. And I didn't actually journal per se. I just kind of did a title for each: Diva for my dog, Keanu for my cat. And then I just did some little star dot points of some of their details. So my dog was a Maltese cross-border collie, and I think Keanu is an American Shorthair. If you know what breed he is, let me know, because we got him, well, he was abandoned in a shed, so I don't actually know what breed he is. But I looked through some cat books, and I think he's just a normal domestic American Shorthair. And then the second dot point I wrote, well, I was going to write the date that I got my dog and cat. I just have to go find my other journal, one of my other journals, to find out the date when I got my Maltese cross-border collie. I got her in 2000, I believe, when I was in year 9. So I just got to figure out the exact date though. So I'll go find that journal, pull that journal out and find that page. This is why it's good to keep a record of everything, because you can always pull it out later and check little details like this. And so I got my cat journal here. I just brought it out to find the date that I got him. And now I'm just writing that here. There might be enough space to have a third dot point. Not sure what I'd write there, but there's a bit of space. But I'll leave it there for now until I get the next date. Thanks for watching. Bye.